Dukes hockey. Welcome into the Colchester Legion Stadium, freshly renovated, some hurricane damage, and we're underway. A bit of a quiet start. The music man must still be at church, perhaps playing the organ, and perhaps that'll be along later. But the Eastern Dukes and the Martello Buccaneers, who are essentially playing a road trip, I think they've been pushed out of their home facility in Tantallon. We are now again here in Truro, Nova Scotia. Dukes coming off a huge victory last night, 10-2. Really lopsided, as one would not expect. Playing a top team like the Dartmouth Voyageurs, every team can have an off day and every team can have a strong day. And everything was clicking last night for your Eastern Dukes. We're just settling in here. 33 seconds of play. Getting our camera aligned, and hopefully everything will go well out there in YouTube world. Happy to have you along here early Sunday morning, and a frosty one at that. Snow coats the grounds and the trees here in Truro as we come out from the hotels and into the facilities. Some bumping just in front of the Dukes bench. Now Hunter with some snow, speaking of snow, on his backside after a collision there. And Cade Hunter is laboring a little bit to get to the bench. Now Chaffee. He takes a bump along the bench as well. The Buccaneers come out hitting, and now here's a 2-on-0, but it's offside. Fortunate for the Dukes as they were caught there. Starting in goal for the Dukes, Lincoln Kennedy, number 31. Now Chaffee behind the green. Up to Hartman. Turned over to Rudy. And Chaffee will retreat. Now Rudy behind the net. Dangerously in front. Kind of an unusual feel to this game with and here's Kennedy going to glove that one for his first test of the morning. No music, no anthem, a short, very short warm-up, and equipment manager Kennedy making his way to the Dukes bench. So things are just a little surreal here on a Sunday morning, but we're playing hockey. This is game number 19, and slipping past McKay, Connor Arsenault, who had the big game last night with 3 goals, giving chase. Cross-ice pass Jusevich. Pardon me. Thought I had that practiced enough. Now Jusevich tipping that nice backhand attempt there from Warrington. And much flow early on here, but it is early, just 3 minutes into the game. Pardon me for the video adjustment, struggling to get the alignment just so. Rogers will take it behind his own net. Starting goal, Abe Landy. There's a turnover for Fisher. We welcome Cash Fisher, who's joined the Dukes for the weekend. And Fisher on that, what seemed like a weak shot, and there's an explanation, and his stick is in 2 pieces. Kept in by Crowley. Nice job to kick that in. And back comes Warrington. He'll off that in, and McDonald will go get it. McDonald with some speed, circling behind his own net. Turnover. at the Duke's blue line, and that'll be wrapped around. McClellan will be around there. Back to the blue line for the Buccaneers. Back and forth between the forward and the defenseman, and that one will get slipped past down into Buccaneers territory. Now McClellan, great to see Caden McClellan back. If you don't know his story, he's been ever since the second game of the season. And that one rang off the post. And now here's Harlow on a break. Chaffee was back there, though, to make sure. So we welcome Caden McClellan back from a long-term injury. And always with a smile on his face, determination in his heart. It was great to see Caden get an assist last night. A lot of points last night, too many to review this morning. It's a new day though. 10 goals don't mean anything today. Back inside his own zone is McAvoy for Buccaneers. Pass back into his skates and McCabe. Giving chase there is Liam Moore. No icing. In front. Good stick work by Kennedy to get that out of harm's way, and Chaffee will be in the left corner. He'll back that behind to Green. McAvoy keeps it into Harlow. And this puck will land on the stick of Chaffee. He gives that to Silvaggio, back to Chaffee, and across to Green as McCormick joins the rush. Green taking it in on the right side. Center attempt. Silvaggio just tipped it wide. Nice look there by Green. Now Green again with a shot. Didn't miss by a lot. And it will retreat all the way back down for Pierce. Pierce has got some speed. The big defenseman Pierce working down the right side. He'll backhand that softly with Silvaggio on the doorstep. And Abe Landry will cover that. We played 6 minutes and 9 seconds here in period number 1 from Truro on a frosty Sunday morning. We hope everything is well where you are. Good work by Silvaggio to get that into McCormick. Pierce, shot won't go through. Some nice digging in there by Nate Silvaggio. Now Hartman, as the Buccaneers escape their own zone. Rogers, cross ice pass, hit his own player. And back comes Bowering. A rush from the defenseman, Jackson Bowering. He's bumped as he enters the zone. Hartman first to it. He'll take a heavy hit. Back up though, chips it into Silvaggio behind the goal of the Buccaneers. And Pierce will take control in his own zone as the Buccaneers make change. Pierce got caught up before he crossed the blue line. It is chipped out now by McCormick. And now Ramsey McGinnis, who had 2 on the night last night, backhands at McCormick looking for it. Buccaneers do a nice job of clearing that. Now cross ice intercepted. There's Roach is offside. Cross ice pass was pulled in by Roach, and he was looking for goal number 1 on the morning. Good job by Connor Arsenault just to keep that from going free as the Buccaneer had a step. Now Arsenault tries to work his way through. Not much flow to our game early on. an open puck. Welcome to all of you who are joining us here on YouTube. We're glad you could make it. Aunt Jan in Oliver, BC probably had to set the alarm. It's just past 6 there on the west coast. And the Kennedys in Newfoundland are perhaps just getting back from church, 10:30 there. Welcome to the Meisners in Florida as well. We're an hour behind, 9 o'clock. Now Fisher with a new twig. And that's lofted down the ice. No icing. That's Rogers. Along the sidewall for Harlow. Harlow gains the blue line, giving chase is Liam Moore. Deep into the corner. In front, that was a good chance there. Just missed by McKay. Couple of chances at both ends of the ice. Even though the shots are just 3-1. Now Moore stops up just inside the blue line. That was a good look for Chaffee. Back to Pierce. Chaffee's got a shot. And a stick on that one by McAvoy. Buccaneers will take some pressure off and elect to take the icing as we have played 9 minutes and 52 seconds here in the opening frame from Truro. Wrapped around, Bowering couldn't get to it due to Harlow's interference, and Kennedy will be back. Good playing the puck is Kennedy, one of the best we've seen in the league. Now there's the wraparound attempt by the Buccaneers. Nice job by Pierce to create enough distraction, but not too much to cause the penalty. Always a fine line to walk there. Bowering will set out. He get caught up at center ice. Pierce pushes it ahead. Now Harrington takes over the Buccaneers. The stick check not enough. The puck comes in towards Kennedy. He's got it. That was dangerous. It's still loose. Drifted just past the empty net. And the Dukes avoided disaster there. Not by much. That's Warrington with a chance in front. He slips it off to Myra. Kennedy has been the busier of the two keepers thus far. You see the face off to his right. And face one by the Dukes. They'll pop that up high. Salvaggio tried the stick check on Myra. And the Dukes will get that in cross ice. Far corner will be Rogers. Now Yusevovich working against Crowley. Good job by Crowley to find Hunter. Hunter trying to find Hartman. And Buccaneers come back the other way. There's Rogers. Shot didn't miss by much. High and wide. Buccaneers coming off a inspirational victory last night. 4-3 shootout victory over the Kings. We mentioned the dominating, really, performance by the Dukes last night against the top team in the Nova Scotia League points-wise at this point is Dartmouth. So that's a huge win on the calendar for your Eastern Dukes. So we'll see who draws the most inspiration, and that will be icing. Good hustle by Chaffee to get back there. We'll see which team will draw the most inspiration from last night's victories. One in a shootout fashion, tight, no doubt emotional for the Buccaneers, and of course the Dukes with a resounding 10-2 victory, led by Connor Arsenault's hat trick. 2 goals from McGinnis and a 48 save performance by Matt Rooney. And that will be off the netting, and we'll reset. 2 Landrys were left. Can't imagine there are any other games going on in the league at this ungodly hour, but we'll check. Around, it's off a stake. And back the other way. Icing, Buccaneers just got that out of harm's way. And we'll be back inside Buccaneers territory. Struggling with our Wi-Fi to get updates here on the Game Sheet app. It's even too early for the internet, apparently. Now Green lofts that. That was a nice attempt to get that in, and Arsenal ready for the backhand tip. Just a little stick work by Chaffee to keep that in. Now that one hops over the stick of Chaffee, and he'll be forced to retreat. Harlow backhands that up, picked up by Green now. He avoids the check to some degree. Back at the Buccaneers, the one time, the big shot, nice kick save by Kennedy. And Arsenal stood up by McAvoy at the other end. That's right on, and Landry had to be a little careful with the hard charging Becca Quinn there. There's the deflection in front, and the Dukes are pressing. Got into center and lofted in. Now Fisher. 18 still. Have a couple of fellas on the injured list. We'll get a shot of them soon. And back comes Pierce. Number 23, Quinn is onside. Just able to stretch the groins. Better him than me at his age. Keeping that onside. McDonald's got to be careful. Here's Yusevovich in tight. And Pierce will have to go back to Hugh McDonald. McDonald working up the right side. Caught up along the blue line. Here's McCormick. McCormick's got it down the right side. Colin McCormick with 2 last night as well. Quinn bumped behind the goal. And he lands on the puck. Digging in there for it is Fisher with Quinn. The puck is free. Fisher will find McDonald at the point. Across to Crowley. Shot is off a stick and high. It lands on the glass to the right of Landry behind the net. Back to McDonald. He forces it back in as Fisher gives chase. Quinn still behind the net. And out comes the Buccaneers. Out come the Buccaneers. That shot was wide. Buccaneers bench animated over something. I didn't quite catch what it is. McClellan will work in against Crowley. Langell coming in deep. And that will be off the glass, off the netting above the glass, and we'll have a quick stoppage of play. 4:06 remains in period number 1. That will be to the left of, to the right. It's always my left and Kennedy's right. And a shout out to Lincoln's grandmother, who I'm told is celebrating big birthday today. Perhaps instead of the 50-50, we'll have a guess the age contest. So happy birthday to Frida in Newfoundland, and we're hoping you're well, and we're hoping that number 31 will get you the win here this afternoon. This morning, I guess it will turn into afternoon before we're done, as a birthday gift. And it slips through. Somehow a shot just to the side of Kennedy slipped through. And McClellan just banged that hard, and it must have been just a little opening. And the Buccaneers will take a 1-goal lead as we approach the 15-minute mark in period number 1. And Myra.
That's McClellan from Virgil and Myra at 16-19.
And what looked like a harmless enough situation has gotten the Buccaneers an early 1-goal lead. Into the line by Murphy of the Buccaneers. Now Moore finds McGinnis. The speedy McGinnis breaks in. McGinnis still with the puck. Nice centering attempt, and that was picked off well by the Buccaneers forward. Now in comes Moore across center. Liam Moore still with the puck along the blue line. Traversing into the corner is McGinnis. Back to McDonald. Oh, that hit a skate, then hit a post. Now Ludi and McDonald bump in front of the Duke's bench. Pierce regains possession for the Dukes. Just 2 minutes to go in period, and that's out. And the Buccaneers, now here's Moore with a bit of a partial break. He loses control of the puck at the end of the shift. McKay winds up for the Buccaneers, and that will get through. Back in now, Fisher. Shot right on. Landry is going to steer that. And back come the Buccaneers with McCormick hustling back from his center position. Ludi and McDonald bump. McCormick along the boards. Fisher's there as well. McCormick dropped the stick. He's got it again. To the point. And then he's going to steer that into his own glove and get the whistle. A minute and 22 is all that remains here in period number 1. Not a flashy period by any means, and the Dukes are down 1 early. And glove to head will be the call. Maybe the Dukes are missing their music this morning. Perhaps we could get DJ Sean Rooney to virtually pound in here to the Colchester Legion Stadium. Provide a little bit of tunes to pump up the boys. Now Harrington with Fisher. Shot. Kennedy will stick that into the corner. McCormick starts out, and it will be off the Bucks' skate and head towards their territory. Fisher's got a skate on it. Cash Fisher wrapping it around. That was a good look inside the minute to go here in the period. Dukes would love nothing more to equalize the score sheet. Green does a nice job to keep it in. He's worked on by Yusevovich at the point. Now Connor Arsenault looking for more of a big weekend. Wraps around his McCormick. Fisher working hard to keep that in. He'll go back with it and finds Green. 30 seconds on the clock. Now Quinn working in around the left, down the left wing. Quinn will regain possession. Finds McClernand's got a partial break. McClernan gets a shot away. Landry's got a pad on that into the corner. Buccaneers with 9 seconds left to go. Just don't want to turn it over in their own zone. And that will do it for period number 1. Here from Charles Colchester Legion Stadium, you can smell the fresh paint after renovations due to hurricane damage. And the Dukes will find themselves in a 1-goal deficit as they head to the dressing room after the first period. Shots on goal for the Dukes 6 and for the leading Buccaneers 7. We'll take a short break and we shall rejoin you in time. Grab yourself another cup of coffee, and we'll be back on Eastern Dukes Hockey.
Wi-Fi to work here, so we wouldn't be 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They like.
Now I got some.
Sure, said they had Wi-Fi. And it's not working. It's working.
Yeah. I had Wi-Fi.
How are you using it?
Yeah. Now, having said that, good game sheet to work for me a second ago, but it may be more game sheet than anything. And that seems to be okay. Just the public. Again, maybe just using the phone, not drawing too much. Perhaps I'm not sure, but okay. Yep, just secure up with Wi-Fi. Seems to be okay.
Pretty slow pace off the turnovers.
Oh, brutal. Compared to last night, it's a shaky start for probably both teams. Anyhow, lots of time left and we'll see what happens. Okay.
We're on my phone.
Yeah. All right. intermission. Shots on goal, 7-6 in favor of the Buccaneers. Goals, 1-0 in favor of the Buccaneers. And goal outburst by the Dukes last night, doesn't mean anything today, so maybe the legs will wake up here soon. Coach Peter's Dukes will get flying here against the Buccaneers. Not wait a whole lot longer, of course. Welcome to all of you who are joining us on YouTube. We're glad to have you with us. My name is Mark Rooney. Offside now on the delay, and finally that will be blown down by the officials. Lots of close games in the league last night. As I mentioned, the Buccaneers, I think you'd have to call it a bit of an upset. 4-3 over the Kings in a shootout. The Rebels beating the Vitoes 3-1. And the Armada inching past the always hard to play against Cabin Highlanders 2-1. Maybe one more game that I'm missing there. Also a shout out to the Charlottetown Island Coastal Knights with a 3-2 come from behind victory against the Northern Moose. They will host their provincial counterparts and rivals, the Kensington Wild, this afternoon. So if you don't get your fill of hockey with us here in Eastern Dukes, head into McLaughlin Arena. And it is the toy drive, if I'm not mistaken, so you can bring along a donation there and see some great island hockey at the U18 major level. And Buccaneers deep around the goal. Finds its way back to McAvoy. He'll bang that back into Reynolds. Not able to control it. Now Bullpit starts out. Bullpit with an absolute snipe last night in period number 3. Hunter, who had another big game, that's right on, and Landry's going to glove that. And they'll get the stoppage play. Yes, it was the Thunder and the Wildcats, so this is the game I was missing. Thunder with a 2-1 victory, so all sorts of close action other than the game we were involved with last night. Fisher, that got a blocker on that, did Landry. And back comes Buccaneers with some purpose. Lotherington backhands that in deep. Green with Ludi for the Buccaneers. Lotherington comes away with it, back to the point. McAvoy trying to keep that in. Nice job by Fisher to get a stick on it. He can't find it, it's up in his gear. Now Fisher coming down. Taken down, coming down that right wing. Now delayed, and Fisher comes back with it. He's going to backhand that up to McCormick. Playmaker McCormick. Fisher with a big hit on his Buccaneers partner in the corner. Quinn. Back to Green. McCormick's in tight, and a good stick save by Landry. McCormick will see Bowering. Bowering across the green. Got a lane. It's tipped. Where is it? And back come the Buccaneers. Bowering. It's in the net. A good flush by the Buccaneers and a good stretch by Kennedy, but the long reach of the Buccaneers forward. That's Harlow. Has doubled the Buccaneers' lead to 2. Good drive by Mason Harlow. And the Dukes find themselves down 2. Surely they couldn't have used up all their weekend goals last night. But they will not want to go down any further. Nice effort by Kennedy on that one, but the long rangy reach of the Buccaneers forward was able to slip that past the stretched out Kennedy. Rogers behind the Mango. He takes a bump and the Dukes are going to be penalized. Icing first, and it's going to be a cross check leveled by Pierce, and he will pay the 2-minute price for that. Hopefully it will not be any shorter, of course. Big hit there along the boards just in front of the Buccaneers bench. And slow to get up was Lotherington. And there will be an even up penalty offered towards McKay of the Buccaneers. Unsportsmanlike, and there were some comments, I assume, from the bench. I'm just getting my statistics ready for the Dukes penalty kill, 7th in the league at an 83.6% clip. But the penalty to the Buccaneers nullifies and makes that a moot point. Long pass into the skate of Rogers. He collects that. Now Chaffee from his knees. There's a chance. That didn't miss by much. Lotherington had a free look at the net. That's tipped in front and pinballed around there. It's 4-on-4, but there's a chance in front. Kennedy with a huge save in a critical time. The Dukes can't go down 3. It's 4-on-4, but at the moment you'd never know it. Dukes feet not moving like they should in their own zone with an even strength situation. Now Hunter and Ludi are the face-off warriors. Won by Hunter. Out comes Green. Green has a streaking Silvaggio. Picked up by Silvaggio inside the blue line. Hunter's across. Couldn't get the stick on. Nice defensive work there by the Buccaneers. Lots of room to skate here. 4-on-4 for over a minute.
Martello Buccaneers 50-50 draw for $91.
We've seen throughout the league that any team can win on any day. I wouldn't put the win-loss statistics up against anything. Games have been close and competitive, and you have to come to play every day. And that'll be gloved by Kennedy, and Bowering will start out. He's knocked down as he gets the puck up to McLaren. He transfers it to Crowley through center ice. Crowley will backhand that deep end change. McLaren and McCormick. Turned over to McCormick. He's going to hit the open wing. Dukes now are on the man advantage for a few seconds only. Looking for the puck is McDonald. He elects to go behind the net. Now, full even strength, full pick. Through the neutral zone with McLaren. Shot right on by McLaren. Landry gets that to the corner. Back with it is McAvoy. Right into the gut of Kennedy, and he's got that one. Larry facing his 11th shot of the game to date. And a quick release off the face-off, and he's got that one again. Dukes need to get some offense clicking. Calper will backhand that around to McClellan. He's bodied by McCormick. Calper's got the puck again for the Buccaneers. Into the corner where McClellan's met by Chaffee. And Bullpit works on. Now over to Murphy. He's got a lane. He falls. He's back up. Two Buccaneers alone in front. Chaffee takes his man down. McLaren forechecking against Calper at the point, and that results in a turnover. Chaffee can't quite get the stick to it as Calper's reach extends in, and for the moment it's kept in by the Buccaneers. Good forechecking pressure by them. Now around to the point. There's a shot. It's through. All the way back out to Calper. Kennedy couldn't find it. Nor could the cameraman for the moment. Now Green to Chaffee. Dukes are pinned in. And that one pops over the stick. And no icing. Good effort by Wyatt Bullpit. The lone forechecker. He's joined by Fisher and Moore. Comes to Moore. Here's a look. One time. The puck is free. Oh, big save by Landry. Fisher had the goal on the stick, and Landry got just enough of it. Two big saves by Landry, the first one off Moore and the second one off Fisher. He's going to be wondering what he has to do to score there and that. Just couldn't quite elevate that high enough. That was the Duke's best scoring opportunity of the day. Even though it's not been a fast game on the ice, the clock seems to be moving still. We played 7 minutes and 40 seconds here of period number 2. Moore, Fisher, Quinn, Crowley, and McDonald make up the Duke's 5. One-time release, that was tipped just high. McDonald able to keep that in. He'll get it to Landry, and Fisher was hunting. And Landry had to be careful to keep that in his possession, as Fisher would have made that one count, no doubt. On the face-off, and it's one. A little too cleanly back into Duke's territory. Crowley and McDonald's. And McDonald takes a big hit. Good stick by Kennedy. Take that off the Buccaneers forward. Now it's McDonald again with a little more time and space this time. Easy for Crowley. Finds Fisher on the left boards. He fans on it in his attempt to clear it. Ends up into the hands of equipment manager Kennedy. Duke's now out shooting the Buccaneers 13-12, however, down 2. Arsenal can't clear that. And Bowering's back in. Buccaneers again. Huge win last night in the shootout over the Kings. No doubt riding high emotionally over that. Back comes Arsenal. He's ridden into the boards. Arlo, one of the goal scorers for the Buccaneers. He's knocked down. And high is Ludi all alone. Here's Ludi on Kennedy, in close. Kennedy, he's got it. Huge save by Lincoln Kennedy. And the Dukes, could they have afforded to go down 3? I don't think so. Kennedy, huge with the stick save there as Ludi perhaps looking 5-hole. They're centered in front dangerously. Now Arsenault will turn, and he says he does, he loses that. Tired forward shift, getting to the Duke's bench. Trying to hit Ludi again in the high chance. Now the Buccaneers will make changes. And there's an empty pass. Green not able to connect, and that will be no icing. Turned away. Rogers behind his own set. Here's a race for it again. Chaffee should be back in time. Kennedy's way out of his net. Smart play by the goaltender there to get that out of harm's way. So that's 2 long breakaway chances for the Buccaneers. And that's off the skate of Savaggio. And he'll be the first to it with Rogers. Centers it. Buccaneers defenseman will need to be careful with that around the mouth of the goal. Nice work by McCormick to get a stick on that. Hartman's in there with Savaggio. Trying to free the puck. Savaggio does, and he's dumped, and there will be a penalty. As Savaggio is taken down, and roughing is the call against Buccaneers defenseman Rogers. So the number 1 power play in the league will go to work. We'll see with less than 10 minutes to go in the second period if the Dukes can finally solve Abe Landry and the Buccaneers. Chaffee, Savaggio, McGinnis, McCormick, and Arsenault are the 5 charged with that task. Kept in by Chaffee. He'll find Savaggio. Back to Chaffee. He's got a lane to shoot. It's high score for Chaffee! On the point! And the Dukes are on the board! Chaffee finds high glove side over Landry, and just like that, 16 seconds in, the number 1 power play in the league connects. And it's 2-1. Now McCormick with a nifty backhand in there as McCormick gets chase. Lofted high, here comes the hard charging Bullpet. Bullpet takes his man down, no penalty there. Oh, there was a good look as McCormick had a chance, and he was knocked down unceremoniously. Sidney Crowley gets it back in. And they're going to say delayed offside, although I beg to differ. It looked like they cleared the zone, however. The whistle's not in my hands. So good for the Dukes to get 1 here before period number 2 is done. Still lots of time. 8:33 to go in the period. Moore and Fisher. Fisher has had some good looks in both games that he's played last night and today. Scoring 1 last night and inches away. Nice job by Crowley to keep that in. As Langell comes out for the Buccaneers. Perhaps that'll get the Dukes going. Fisher feeds Moore, who chips it deep, and Quinn comes in hard against McKay. There's Luce behind the net. Quinn, Sidney, Crowley, shot right on. Kicked out by Landry, and McDonald is sent flying by Langell. Now it's behind the goal. And the Buccaneers go cross ice, trying to connect with Langell. Ludi, the goal. One of the goal scorers, correct me if I'm wrong, I apologize, it's in tight. Murphy, he'll wrap that around. And first to it is Crowley to Quinn. Quinn just looking to get that out of Duke's territory. Moore will take possession. Cross ice to Cash Fisher. Some stick handling there. Nice job to get it up. Long shift for Quinn. He'll be heading to the bench after this. Fast charging Harlow. To his knees and back up. One of the Buccaneers goal scorers. Now Cade Hunter will get that through. Silvaggio retreats. Spins around the face-off circle. Silvaggio takes off to center. Slips that through. Charging, looking for any bobble or rebound by Landry. He won't find one. As the Buccaneers goaltender will cover for the whistle with 6:50 remaining in period number 2. Buccaneers 2, Dukes 1. Silvaggio working behind the goal. Back to Pierce. We'll find Bauer in cross ice. And Landry had a really good look at that one. He's going to glove it for the whistle. Behind the net. Buccaneers work to get it out. Bauer in with a pinch there. And then Pierce fires that right back in. It did good. Hunter scores! Puck slipped through the crease and Cade Hunter was right there at the right time. And we have ourselves a tie game. Cade Hunter is having himself, in my opinion, a great weekend on the puck a lot yesterday and was in the right spot this morning just now. So with 6:14 to go, Cade Hunter evens it up. And the Dukes looking for more.
Their second goal, scored by number 10, Cade Hunter, assisted by number 17.
Feels 7 over on the morning, and icing will be the call here against the Buccaneers. So Hartman and Silvaggio with the helpers in reverse order. The most important stat, of course, is the goal. Who scored it? From here, the Dukes will return home next weekend as they host the Kings. And that will be on December the 7th. That will be our next broadcast, of course. And that will be the only game of the weekend. The first one-game weekend of the season to date. It's been busy since, very busy since the third weekend of September, when this campaign kicked off. And happy December to everybody, of course. Arsenal, McGinnis, McCormick. Top offensive production line here. And there's a big hit by McGinnis. Knocks his man down in the corner. Puck is free. McGinnis regains possession. Look who's in front, McCormick. Back to McGinnis. That was off a stick and high off the netting. Good puck movement in there to collect the loose puck by McCormick and find McGinnis. Yes, happy December, everybody. Very busy month for all. We've got some snow on the ground as we woke up here in Truro this morning. And if you're out doing your Christmas shopping, you will find on our Facebook page a few of my favorite colors and sizes for all your gift buying interests. Kidding, of course, there's probably some Duke swag coming under the tree, however, in a few days, a few weeks, I should say. Let's not wish it away. Now Arsenault backhands that to McGinnis. What's he going to do? Finds Chaffee. Point. It hit a skate and redirected into the corner. Good job by McGinnis just to get the stick to golf that in and keep it in. He'll go for a change. Now McLernan that jumps out to join the fray. That no icing on the play as Moore and Bullpit come on in the forward position as they join Crowley and McDonald. More offensive zone pressure now for the Dukes in this period, especially in the last 5 minutes. Now Bullpit trying to work it through and does not. Ludi hits center. His cross ice pass picked up by Crowley. Backhands, not out. Kennedy had to be careful with the stick there, and he stopped the progress of that one. Now Crowley, Bullpit trying to find McLernan, and he got bumped by McAvoy. Pearson Bowering joined the line now for the Dukes. Bowering will loft that from his defensive point position. Buccaneers are trying to hit a high home run. They've got a high guy most of the time through the game, so no doubt Peters and Coach William Proud will be making their defense aware of that. 3:10 to go in the period. Now Quinn, and off the stick of McLernan, no icing. Forwards change. Better period for the Dukes. Turnover Pierce, and he hits Fisher. And here comes Cash Fisher one-on-one. Try to go 5-hole, got it through the defense. And Landry got the stick down just in the nick of time. Pierce now controls it at the point. And deflected by Quinn. That was a good attempt. I think I know what they were trying there, and that's just a little bit high. This one's deflection went high into the netting. So 2 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock. Cade Hunter will meet Chase Warrington at the face-off dot to the left of goaltender Abe Landry. And we'll find the left corner in terms of the Duke's progress. Now sidestep there, and the Buccaneers are away. Langel's wide open down the right side, and good job by Pierce to get that puck out of harm's way. Hunter, we'll see Fisher, he backhands that neatly. Along the Duke's bench now. Cross ice pass. Quinn into the skates of the Buccaneers forward. Quinn crosses the blue line. He'll push that into the corner where Fisher gives chase. Along the half wall, backhanded by Hunter back in. And Ludi hanging himself high again. He does connect with it for the Buccaneers, but Pierce is back. He'll ring that around for Fisher. Quinn takes a bump by Rogers. And retaliation penalty from Quinn. He didn't like the bump, and he will sit for the cross-check in front of the referee's line of sight, and with 1 minute 38 seconds to go, the Buccaneers now have an opportunity to take a 1-goal lead. Ludi, Harlow, Lotherington, Murphy, and Myra. And the 7th place penalty kill in the league for the Dukes will be in business.
2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 22 seconds. It's Quinn for cross-checking at 18:22.
Good forechecking there by McGinnis. Of course, 2 of the best forecheckers on the Dukes team. They're sitting right in front of me, unfortunately, both with damages. Connor Morrison and Logan Rink, who have made the trip over to support the team. Nice work there by Arsenault, and McGinnis with speed. McGinnis is in first. If he can find Arsenault, he's wide open. Arsenault scores! Arsenault for Manson. McGinnis and his shot. And the Dukes are up 3-2. Some clever penalty killing and hard work and speed by McGinnis made that happen. Arsenault smart to follow it up. He saw what was the possibility with McGinnis charging hard, and a snipe by Arsenault finds the top left corner over the glove of Landry. Wow. Inside a minute to go, and the Dukes have taken their first lead of Sunday morning. Arsenault having himself a weekend. And the Dukes may be content to ice that puck 2 or 3 more times. They can get to the locker room and kill most of the penalty. There is some difference between about 32 seconds between the penalty and the time clock. Now offside delayed. Not sure why that wasn't blown down. Regardless, Dukes do another good job of getting the puck deep. Back forward is McKay with just 12 seconds. Time for one more rush. McKay backhands that up, and they'll force that into the corner, looking for the angle. Green will smartly delay and put that into no man's land. And a huge breakaway save by Lincoln Kennedy may have turned things around. Had they gone down 3, that would have been a momentum changer for sure. Power play goal off the stick of assistant captain Ben Chaffee, and more recently, a short-handed marker. So some odd man goals, and Hunter as well in the mix, and then more recently, as they say, on Arsenault from McGinnis on a wonderful setup on the short-handed. So we will step away for the intermission. We'll see if some kind soul comes out to move the net, and the Zamboni gets himself fixed on the ice. We'll step away for a short break. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be back for what will be no doubt an exciting third period of under 16 AAA hockey action, as your visiting Eastern Dukes here in Toronto have a 3-2 lead on the Martello Buccaneers. Okay. Oh, no problem. I just left it on the. There's no audio. I don't think so.
We're down here dancing and doing my mom thinks music and that's fantastic. I was like, what's that? You're right on camera.
Let's get some enthusiasm. Why not? Keep it going. Maybe it'll help.
You know, we should have the Duke's attire on. At least they know.
Back for period number 3 of what's been a very closely played contest here this Saturday morning. Our score is 3-2. A late goal set up by the speed of Ramsey McGinnis, a late goal, and hello there to Mom and Nick and Hayes at home, perhaps watching. Set up Connor Arsenault, who's trailing on the play, shorthanded goal, with the Dukes down 1 late in the period. Still 21 seconds in the penalty to Becca Quinn. And then we'll have an even man advantage after that. Here we go, period number 3 from Truro between visiting Eastern Dukes and the Buccaneers. Still the only game underway in the schedule this Sunday. Buccaneers trying to use the man advantage here for a few more seconds. And the clock has not started. Finally draws the attention of the officials and accidentally extends the penalty to Quinn by, I'm going to guess, some 15 seconds. There'll have to be some adjustment, of course. Clock now is registering at 19:37, and we took Quinn's penalty away. We're now at even strength. So it's almost like a restart here of period number 3. And we'll have a neutral face-off at center. Moore against Carlo. Puck run around inside the Buccaneers territory. Now Moore. Sorry, McGinnis trying to get through. Backhand. The puck is on the goal strip. McGinnis with a lot of speed and pressure, and back comes Roach. Well, the other way, Roach. Nice stick check by Pierce. End-to-end action. McGinnis worked it through. And the puck lay on the crease. McGinnis was in behind everybody. And back the other way, Pierce doing a great job to break up a passing effort, which would have left the Buccaneers alone in front of Kennedy. So good Dukes action at both ends. Now Crowley. Backhand, Pushney, backhand that to Silvaggio. Bang, back in by Burchell. Kennedy will ring that around. Onto the stick of Rogers. And that's right back in off of Kennedy's stick, up high. Now Hartman. He takes off down the right wing. Hartman in deep for the Dukes. Hugh McDonald. Possession turned over to Buccaneers in neutral territory. Back now is Crowley. And he will go get that into the corner left of Lincoln Kennedy. His breakaway save midway through period number 2 may have been the turning point. Hartman strong on the skates. Rolls through McAvoy. As the Dukes went on to score 3 unanswered after that huge save by Kennedy. Hoping to get Grandma a victory on her birthday today. And Frida, if you happen to get a birthday message from your son, it may or may not only be because of my reminding him. He's been a busy boy this morning, doing, as he always does, excellent work for the Dukes. Some unsung heroes here and behind the scenes, and of course, Ron Kennedy is at the top of that list. Roach has got us. Roach took a high stick there by the Dukes, and they may have gotten away with one. Centering attempt now is collected by Bullpet. Finds his way out. There's no icing. McAvoy bangs it back in. Kennedy will take over. Gets it to Chaffee, who gets it to McClernand. He'll bang that out. And banged right back in. Chaffee with some skating speed. Slipped off his stick. Now Chaffee's offside as McClernand picked it up. At it to get it into Buccaneers territory, and it slips back to Bowering. Looking for Quinn, and that's past him. But Moore is quick to get down there to nullify the icing attempt. Bowering with Pierce quickly back and forth. Bowering's attempt. Now it lands on the stick of Pierce one time! And Moore with a snappy one-timer there. But for the speed of the crossing Abe Landry, that would have been a 4-2 lead for the Dukes. Excellent save by the Buccaneers goaltender. Crashing hard into the post. It was a great setup. Pierce saw Moore to the right of the net, and Moore unleashed a really quick one-timer. Kennedy's looking good there. Pad seal to the ice. Stop that Buccaneers one-timer. And we've got a Buccaneer down in some distress as Fisher takes the other end. Fisher with a good shot on net. No whistle still, as the Buccaneers are basically playing down a man. Fisher with a nice look. Tipped, saved by Landry. Fisher got a stick on that. And it comes to the mouth of the goal. Murphy will ring that around. Bowering's got it in front of the Dukes bench. And Pierce now will take control. Pierce with some speed. Lost puck momentarily, and Murphy will take over for the Buccaneers. Dukes are making changes. We played 5 minutes and 20 seconds of period number 3. Game number 19 in regular season. Buccaneers had to be careful of too many men now. They've got a free man, Ludi, in front of the net. Myra takes possession. He'll get a shot. And Lincoln Kennedy's going to get a stick and a glove on that one. And he'll control the play. Get a whistle at 14:21 remaining in the period. Shots are in favor of the Dukes, 23-18. Possession taken by Hugh McDonald. Off the face-off to Kennedy's right. Ludi and McDonald. Ludi wraps it around to McClellan. McClellan with possession. And McCormick back out there. He'll bank that into the feet of McGinnis. His stick has been lifted by Ludi. Buccaneers with some pressure now. Back to Myra. The backhand into the corner. McCormick will be first to it. He looks left and goes right with it. It's centered in front. Kennedy with a big blocker save. That's tipped high and over. Kennedy didn't see it. Dukes are standing around in their own zone at this time. One of these is going to go in. And Kennedy wisely collects that. And the Dukes will make some changes. That wasn't a good sequence for the good guys. As the Buccaneers apply some good offensive forechecking pressure. Kennedy smart to get a whistle there. 13-14 left in the period. Dukes clinging to a 1-goal lead after mounting a 3-goal comeback. He's got a long way to go here. Sadagio is able to extract that from his territory. And Hartman, he'll work on Lotherington. Chaffee takes control in the neutral zone. Green's pass is intercepted by Lotherington. He sets out. Hartman with back. His shot just missed the net. And that slips through. Silvaggio's going to race for that one. Giving chase there is McKay as well. Somehow, Silvaggio was going to come away with that one. Chaffee sends it right back in as the Dukes clear the zone. They'll be right back in. Hartman first to it. Chaffee intercepts that at center. Chaffee gains the blue line. Brings that around. Silvaggio will try to meet McKay. Silvaggio's got it behind the net. Good work by Nate Silvaggio. Now Pierce, the lane closes. Chaffee looking for the redirection. Back to Pierce at the blue line. Cross ice. Center it. That was more looking for Silvaggio, and it just bounced off his stick. Now here's Harlow. In the skate of Chaffee, but he's going to keep that. From much further progress, Pierce will have to be careful. That's just outside. The Buccaneers give the Dukes some time to collect themselves as they had to clear for offside. Now Pierce, a long lofted pass. McClernand coming down the left side. Caden McClernand in close. Didn't miss by much. That was a good look by Pierce and a good effort by McClernand to catch up to that. Now rink wide. That will be icing. McClernand arguing that he had to step on the Dukes defenseman. As is the Buccaneers bench. But the referee's decision was to call icing. And with 11:06, and now the collection of referees is going to have a discussion about that. And they will agree that it is icing. The original call will stand. And that will be good for Dukes and their supporters as the face-off will be in Buccaneers territory with Moore against Harlow. Long way to go here. Chances at both ends of the rink. Now Bowering just not able to keep that in. Good pressure by McClellan. Rudy. He chips that high and takes a bang for Moore. Pierce has got some time behind the net. Harlow will force him to retreat. And Pierce will make one move and get himself to center. Pierce works through center, coming down the right side as he often does. Back to Bowering. Across to Moore. Shot! Didn't get through. It's high. McLaren looking for the rebound. He finds it. Couldn't get much on it. Back home with the Buccaneers. Pierce pushes that in. No icing. Dukes make changes. Buccaneers looking for that high pass. And Quinn intercepts it. They've been doing that all game. Now McCormick's in alone. He's hooked. No call there. McCormick had a good opportunity. And many on the Dukes bench calling for the hook. I might agree with him. Good effort by McCormick again to make something happen. Now Crowley's got some skating room. Crowley down the right side. Crowley continues. Quinn and Fisher. But the Buccaneers, Rogers comes away with it. Careful, it's in the feet of Crowley, now picked up by McCormick. Colin McCormick hits center and lofts that high and will give chase. He'll be the first to it. McCormick chips it back to Quinn. And Roach redirects that to Langell. Now Fisher's got some space and time. Landry will collect that behind his net. And back come the Buccaneers. Into the feet, Jaffe chips that forward. Fisher having a nice weekend. His first with the Buccaneers. Fisher breaking down, got a chance, a shot, it's loose. Good rush by Fisher to make something happen there. Now Chaffee. And they're going to say offside. And that will go backwards. Just outside Duke's territory. 11:30 has been played in the period. And it's getting to be that nail-biting kind of time. Myra with possession. He'll put that right on Kennedy, and he will take no chances. We'll glove that for a whistle, and he'll get that to his left. Direction to his right. Will the face-off be Harlow and Cade Hunter, one of the goal scorers for the Dukes today. And Harlow for the Buccaneers, in fact. That was redirected to center by McGinnis and picked up by Hunter. Now Chaffee. He'll use the boards. And he's going to find McGinnis. His speed. Here comes Ramsey McGinnis alone. Big save. Landry in the backhand. And the net's off. Excellent vision there by Chaffee to find McGinnis, who again used his speed. Again, the leg pad of Landry proved to be too tall. And that's a critical stop at this juncture in the game. Going around to the other side, but Chaffee will be there. Good hustle by Chaffee to get that and keep it in. Now Roach, here's some speed on the other end. Looney coming back the other way, and Chaffee, excellent work. We get some claps from the Duke supporters here. Good play at both ends of the ice. Now McGinnis is first to it again. He takes a bang in the corner. High off the glass, Chaffee with the stick, keeping it in. That's centered. Just missed the net. Hunter backhands that now to Arsenault. And Chaffee having a great shift to take control and bang that high. Now it's in the glove of Arsenault, who gets through. McGinnis working inside the goal, around the net. McGinnis with a shot, screen shot. Hunter with another effort. It hit a leg. The puck finds Chaffee again. And Landry will cover that as Salvaggio was on the doorstep looking for the fourth Duke's goal. Great shift by Ben Chaffee. .656 is all we see on the clock. 3-2 Dukes. Hoping to come away with a 4-point weekend. But there's work to be done. Now Nate Salvaggio in behind the goal. Comfortable in that part of the ice. Bowering's got an open look. And for Landry it was very open and he got a good look at the shot from Bowering. Well, perhaps could have afforded another step or two closer. .27-20 in favor of the Dukes are the shots on goal. Now Moore in a scramble with the face-off. Salvaggio backhands that. Through the crease. Kept in by Pierce. There's a big bump by Harper. Now in a tight again with Landry, the left leg pad. To check the legal measurements on that one. It's about 3 feet tall, that pad, when he lays it down. And that was Salvaggio. And there will be a head contact against the Buccaneers. Salvaggio will be wise to walk away from that and get the man advantage. So Burchell will sit as the high-powered power play for the Dukes. We'll go back into gear. And wouldn't an insurance marker now go a long way? McCormick, Arsenault, McGinnis, Salvaggio, and Chaffee. Peters has got the power play unit out there now. That's Salvaggio down. He's got a look. High shot! Salvaggio! Down the top shelf. And 7 seconds into the power play, the Dukes make the Buccaneers pay, and that's a 4-2 lead. Salvaggio was allowed to walk in. He found his mark, and he hit his mark. Make no mistake about it. Nate Salvaggio. And there have been some excellent precision shots by the Dukes in these two games. Now in back again. Kennedy with the leg save. That was critical. You don't want to give it right back. And there was an open Buccaneer charging down the center lane. The leg save cut that one off. So good for Kennedy right back at the other end.
Dukes fourth goal scored by number 17, Nate Salvaggio. Number 7, Benjamin Chaffee.
Helpers on that one were McCormick and Chaffee. Chaffee second, McCormick second assist on the day, and Salvaggio's second point of the day. Third, pardon me. 2 assists to go with the goal. See if he can avoid the Gordie Howe hat trick here. Remaining 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Good scrum behind the goal to the left of Kennedy. And there will be a penalty. And I think this is going to go the way of the Dukes as the Buccaneers player was taken to the ice. And I believe it will be McDonald that will serve the 2-minute cross-checking minor infraction. So from the power play to the penalty kill go the Dukes. That insurance marker looks big right now. McGinnis and Arsenault, Chaffee and Green. Now here's Harlow, loses it to the stick of McGinnis. He's able to get that at least into neutral territory. And Champy's got control and makes no mistake about it. Now Landry's got McGinnis charging in on him. He gets it past him up to Rogers into center ice territory. He's across to Lotherington. Drops it, and McGinnis now. Stick was lifted, and McGinnis is down soccer style. Good job by McGinnis to get the puck deep any way he could. Arsenal took a chance on the pinch. They missed, but Green is there to collect that and get it to the other end of the ice. 50 seconds only remaining on the power play. Shot high, that's off the cage of Kennedy. He appears to be okay. And a good job by Quinn to get that deep. Now he's going to pursue. And he's going to good job by Quinn. And he's going to tie it up. Great power, great penalty killing work there by Quinn. Nice effort by the captain. Aaron, all the way down. And smart play there to get that out. And that will essentially do it with 4 ticks left on the penalty to McDonald. He's back out. 3:12 to go in the game. Excuse me, in the third period. Moore tied up his man in behind the net. And back will go Bowering. Roach giving chase. Around to Pierce, who will control it. Finds Bowering. He sees Hartman on the right wing. Streaking Silvaggio through center. Head fakes and down the right side. And back comes Harlow. Pierce lone man back. Harlow. Pierce may have gotten a stick on that to force the wide shot. And Silvaggio finds himself alone against 3 Buccaneers. Yes, scores again! Silvaggio, what a shot! Wow! Silvaggio from a similar position on the ice. And he extends the Duke's lead to 3. Quite a third period for Nate Silvaggio. Quite a game, in fact. 2 helpers, 2 goals. And 2:20 to go. And that's all that stands between the Dukes and a 2-victory weekend here in Nova Scotia. And we'll see how Big Brother Aiden does this afternoon as the Knights will take on the Wilds. And Lachlan Arena for UPEI, so. Oh, on the doorstep. It was loose. Kennedy quick to find it and grab it. And keep this a 3-goal margin. Face off to the right of Lincoln Kennedy. He's faced 23 shots today, thus far. Inside, 2 minutes to go. As we approach noon hour on the first Sunday of December. And that shot from the point from Harlow was directed into the corner. That's a good leg pad save by Kennedy again on an in-tight shot. And we're going to see yet another penalty. 4-minute head contact is the signal. And Crowley will sit for the Dukes. So we have 1:29 to go in regulation. 5-2 now Dukes. And they're working to kill a late late penalty. The insurance markers by Silvaggio have made quite a difference. Now the goalie, Landry, heads for the bench. It'll be 6-on-4 as a cross that didn't miss a lot. Shot for the point. Kennedy got a stick or a glove on that. Last minute of play here in period number 3. Dukes will get that 200 feet away from Kennedy. And Myra now sets out. Quinn with the backhand lofted into neutral territory. We've got 30 seconds on the clock. Perhaps one more rush here for the Buccaneers. They get in tight. Nice job by Pierce to tie up his man. One more. That will miss the net, but will get the icing. Get the puck down the other end of the ice. And with McCormick trying a sharp angle shot. Moore into center. And McCormick does score. And the empty net as time expires. And your Eastern Dukes are going to skate away with a 6-2 victory. A slow start, to be sure, by the guys in white after a huge win last night. But they came alive, and I'm going to call the TSN turning point the breakaway save by Lincoln Kennedy that kept the Buccaneers 2-goal advantage, just at 2 goals. After that, the offense came to life, and they, with the empty net marker by Colin McCormick, scored 6 unanswered to take a 6-2 victory. Quite an offensive output for your Eastern Dukes to pick up 2 big victories here on the weekend. Final shots are 31-25 in favor of the Dukes. And Frida Kennedy, there's your birthday gift. And I'm sure the one from Ron, if it weren't for the strike by Canada Post, would be in the mail and on your doorstep anytime. We wish everybody a happy Sunday, happy December. We will see you next Saturday from Montague as the Eastern Dukes will be home to face the visiting Kings Hockey Club. For now, my name is Mark Rooney on Eastern Dukes Hockey. Final score, Eastern Dukes 6, Martello Buccaneers 2. Have a great Sunday, everybody.